Okay guys, I figured out the bug. There were a couple of different things I changed. First of all, Millis is returning a fairly large number, so I turned my motor on times, all the things dealing with time or score, which is also dealing with time, I changed to floats. I probably should have changed them to doubles instead. In fact, I'll try that in a moment. But the basic problem is that I set button equal 1 early on in the code, and then later on use the while, where the while expects button to be 1 until the interrupt service routine sets it to 0. So before I had button equal 1 way at the beginning of the loop, there was plenty of code, plenty of things that could happen in the meantime before I got down to waiting for the button, especially while playing the game, where the user could have called the interrupt service routine and now button was equal to 0. So it was much better practice to set button equal to 1 immediately before I needed to wait for the button to be changed by the ISR. Okay, so now it's much more reliable. I'll download it, and they showed me I can use the magnifying glass for the serial monitor, and I learned that the other day and forgot it. So ready to test your response time. So I'm going to hit pin 2. We're playing the game. I wait for the LED to come on. I hit pin 2 again. There we go. There's my response time. It's the best score so far because there are no other scores. Ready to play the game again? Okay. Now that I got a very low score. The reason is because the amount of delay time before the LED came on was very short, so my wire was still bouncing as I was pressing to play the game. But notice my time is not 0. That's going to be a hard time to beat. So let's try playing the game, and there we go. Okay, so I didn't beat the 118 happen time, right? The time I just got lucky. So it says there's my score, 343, but the best time was that 118 score from earlier. There we go. Try to beat the score. Nope, 357. So I'm not quicker than that time. I accidentally managed to get a fairly low time. Let's try changing these to doubles instead of floats. Let's see if that works. So remember the first problem we started with? Where the I never went to 100,000 or a million or whatever it was? That's the very bug that tripped me up here, was the variable type and how big it was. As well as putting the reset of the button variable at the right place. Okay, so let's try it with doubles instead of floats. Let's see what happens. All right, ready to test response time? Yes, I am. Okay. So 298, not bad. Let's try again. Playing the game. Oh, I got lucky. Got another bounce. Playing the game. There we go. That'll be a really long time. Play the game. There we go. 299. Okay, so it works with doubles just as well as it did with floats. I don't really like having that .00 there. It makes it look more accurate than it really is. Maybe we'd like to do some typecasting. We'd like to do it, I'm trying to think of how to do this.
In your serial print,
I'm sorry?
put a comma and then DEC in capitals.
Put a comma and DEC?
Yeah.
What does that do?
It modifies the print down to try it.
Okay.
It may change the way it looks.
No,
Alright.
that just changes it to base 10.
Does it take the decimals off though? Really?
I've used that before, but I can't remember what it does.
I don't think it'll take
Here,
it
let's
away.
find
I've
out.
crossed that myself in the past 2 weeks. and
I'll say, I don't think that one will remove the zeros because it's already in a decimal format, in a base 10 format.
okay.
What I'm really interested in is typecasting. That's what I want to do, is typecast it as an int instead.
That would be in another bracket, or another, not bracket. Yeah, the round brackets,
Yeah?
it would be before it.
Yeah, there we go. So int, just like that. Let's try it. Okay, so now we're dealing with it as if it is an int. And we should do the same thing So we convert it to an int. That way we don't have the decimal places. Okay, let's see what happens, see if it does what I expect. Playing the game, there we go. Yeah, there we go, they got rid of the extra decimal places, and I got a lucky score there. But it does what it's supposed to do. Make sense to you guys? Is it helpful if I post this for you?
Yes.
Then I will post it.
You promise it won't look exactly like that on the test.
The problem will not look exactly like that on the test, that's right. You'll need all the skills that this uses, though. Anything else?